Morning friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So today I thought what I'd do is go live instead of doing a pre-recorded one. Okay, so we'll see how we go. So today is our, it's Monday, which means it's our Create Weekly Day, where I share a sketch layout with you. G'day Kathy, thanks for joining us. So this is what we're going to be creating with, okay? So we're going to actually do two cards using the same colours, but different stamps and everything. So it'll be the same layout, same colours, cardstock, DSP, whatever, just to give you a couple of ideas of how different they will look. Okay, so this is our sketch, so we'll leave that to the side. And then we're going to bring in our kit. If I can find it, I just had it here. Oh, that's not a good start, is it? Okay, how are you, Kathy? Okay, so this is our kit. So I'm going to be using basic white. This is pumpkin pie. Now these colours, well, this colour is way out of my comfort zone, the pumpkin pie. So we're just going to see how we go with the colour combination. This is Blushing Bride DSP, and this is the grey granite. Now this DSP is from the mini catalogue. Can't remember the name of it now. Here it is. Gingham Cottage DSP. Okay, tons of it in this pack. I think it's about 48 sheets, and you get 4 each of the sheets. But I really love gingham and I love checks. So this. And I love the colours in this. Okay, so that's what we're going to be playing with. Okie dokie. And this is our sketch. So what we're going to do is, I've actually got 2 pieces of the DSP, and I think they both measure about 7 3/4, I think it is, which is about, I think it's about 19.6 centimetres. So we'll bring in our trimmer, and I'm going to just chop it at about, I think about 2 1/4. Okay, so I've got both pieces together, and we're just going to chop it like that. So we've got 4 pieces now. Okie dokie. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in 2 small pieces of pumpkin pie, and hopefully, yeah. So we're going to do this. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to stick 1 piece to here. So we're going to be making 2 cards at once. I'll take that right up to the edge. You'll see why in a minute. Then we're going to take our second piece, and we're going to use this side. So we're going to mix it up a bit. And this is going to a piece of pumpkin pie as well. And we'll take it right to the edge again, but leaving a little border top and bottom. Okay, so then we're gonna bring in our 2 big pieces. Now I just don't want to mix this up. And we're gonna bring in a piece of basic white. And we're gonna put this on that like that. And what I think I will do is just chop off a tiny little bit more, probably about one, just the fraction, can't even, that's probably about 1 millimetre. So I want this side I want. Okay, yep, that's better. So we're going to put adhesive on this side. Bring in our white. Put that just with the slight edge, is probably about 1/8, which is probably about 1/8 is usually about, I think it's about 0.6 centimetres. So that's done. Then we're going to bring in this piece and we're going to stick it to here. Okay, so now what I want to do is trim this off. I probably should do it with the scissors, but no, that's okay. And while we're here, I'm just going to trim this down. And while we're here, we'll bring in this piece and we're just going to do the same. It's only because I just chopped a couple of pieces of pumpkin pie that were sort of sitting as gash scraps of cardstock. Okay, so we want this piece like that. And just to make sure it's nice and straight, I'm going to put it about there, right across, so that it's nice and straight. And that's it. So that one's done. Then we're going to do this piece. Okay. G'day, Naomi, how are you? Now we've done the big checks there, so we want the little checks this side. So we're going to put glue on the big checks. I just want the opposites. You don't have to, but I thought it's a nice effect. And it's a good way of using both sides of our DSP. Okay, so we just, yep. I just gave myself a fright then. Okay, so that's that. So that's a small check, and then we're going to stick the large check onto the small. Now, in saying this, you could also have a piece of basic white or a coloured cardstock where I've got this centre panel. Okay. You could stamp on it, you could make it its own. You could, where I've got the DSP as well, you could emboss this or create your own background. Okay, so that's those two done. Then what we're going to do is bring in our base card. Remember, a sketch layout is only a starting point. Oh, I should have did these. And I don't have my bone folder with me. So we're just going to put these onto our base card. Just like that. And as I said, I'm not too sure how these will look, as pumpkin pie is way out of my comfort zone. And I'm not really an orange person, but g'day Tara, how are you? Thanks for dropping by. So we're going to just put this to our second base card. You could turn it up the other way if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. It's always a good idea to rotate your layouts. You could do it that way. You could do it that way. Or you could even do it that way. Okay? Gives you different looks again. So that is our base cards done. Okay? Now, I have pre-done a little bit of die cutting and stamping. And this image is from Sun Prince. Is it Sun Prince? Nature's Prince. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Nature's Prince. This fern, I love it. It's one of my favourites actually. Okay. And I think we will put that here. That doesn't look the right colour, does it? Just grey granite. I've got grey granite. Yep. Okay. Still doesn't look the right colour. But I think we'll put that there. And I've done some more. These images are from, what's it called? Nature's Harvest. This one here. Okay. Now they're both from the annual catalogue. So I've done that one there. Or that one there. So which ones do you think? Or we could take that off there. Just leave that there like that. Take this off. And put that there. Or I was just playing around before. Put that there. I think we might go for that. What do you reckon? I'm going to colour that, I think. So decisions, hey. All these possibilities. You know what? Let's just go for this here. Okay. So we'll do that. And I think what we're going to do, so let's do this one first. And we'll just grab some mini dimensionals. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, Kathy. We can only try these things, hey? And just go from there. We'll just put a couple down here. Take these off. And we'll put one more here. And that can just go there like that. And that one is just about done. Now this one, as I said, I started playing while I was sort of playing around this morning. And I think what we'll do is bring in our sponge daubers and we'll add a little bit of colour. Okay. So let's bring in our Blushing Bride and a sponge dauber. Now I only press very, very lightly. I take the excess off and we're just going to sponge very, very lightly just to highlight that those embossed areas, just like that. Okay, and that's exactly how I did the stem too. Okie dokie. Then what we're going to do is we will bring in, I think we'll bring in grey granite. Okay, grey granite is this one. And the same thing, we're just going to take off the excess because I don't want a big blob and just highlight the embossed part. Well, it highlights the embossed part of the die shape. Okay, and that's it. And what we'll do, close that up before I drop them all. Then we'll bring in our card. And we'll grab a couple of bigger ones. Pop. We'll pop the head of the flower up. And what we're going to do, just for something different, and to make it pop a bit more, we'll just add a little bit of glue down the bottom. And we'll just put that there like that. Just like that. Now we haven't finished yet, so it may not look any good yet. So let's just finish it off. So now what we're going to do is bring in our stamps set, and I think we will make it a thank you. Thank you. Okay. Making sure that I've got it nice and straight. Bring in, I think we'll use grey granite again. Did I knock that camera? Sorry. Is that better? And I've already cut a die shape. It's from the matching dies. I think it's Nature's. No, I can't remember. It matches the Nature's Harvest stamp set. Okay. Now, I always practice on scrap paper first, just so I know I'm getting it straight. And I'll just take this out of camera shot for a moment so that I can get it nice and straight. Hope I get it nice and straight. Close that up, and we're just going to pop that there, I think. Okay, and we're going to pop this up again. Now, even though on the layout, our sketch, it doesn't say a sentiment, but you could put a sentiment anywhere you like. Or you could leave it off and put it on later if you want. So we're just going to put that about there. Just like that. And I think what we'll finish it off with is a couple of little bit of bling. Okay. Let's do, nope. Let's just do some let's use the dark green, eh? I think that's Mossy Meadow. And these are the solid faceted gems from the holiday catalogue. Oh, sorry, the annual catalogue. Okay, so let's try these. One, two. I'll just put one there. And that is our first card done. Let's see. If I don't put these away, I tend to lose them. Okay, so that's our first card. Then this is our second one. And what we're going to do is, let's see. Might make this a thank you too, eh? So I'm just going to stamp off, and I'm going to bring in Blushing Bride. And just stamp this so that I know it's straight. And I've got the same shape again that I've pre-cut. And we're going to stamp that onto here, hoping it's straight. Yep. And once again, we're just going to pop this up. Okay. And we're just going to put it there, hoping it's straight again. Yep. And I thought we might use a little bit of the Sweet Sorbet metallic ribbon, and hopefully it will pop the card a little bit more. So we'll just, just cut that off. Grab our glue dots. Oops. and put that on. I might stick that up about there. Okay, and I'm just going to cut this off here. And to finish it off, we're going to bring in our 21, 23 in colours, and I'm going to use the pink, which I think it's polished pink. Opal round, so we're just going to bring in this colour. Just to finish it off. Sometimes I never know where to put these things. Let's put it there. Let's move this one. Let's put it about there. Can I move that? Yep. Put that down there. Now, as usual, I'll have all our information on our the measurements and the layout. I'll post them in our Stamp and Create group later on. So that's our 2 cards, okay? That's the sketch layout, and that's our 2 cards, okie dokie. So they're 2 different cards, but using basically the same supplies, cardstock and DSP, okie dokie. Now, while we're here, what I'm going to do is show you 2 more that I played with. So that's one, and that's the image from Art Gallery, and then that's the other one, and that's the image from, I always forget the name of that one. No, it's gone. But anyhow, the base card is Crumb Cake. That's the mint macaron, and I think that is So Saffron. Okie dokie. So they're 4 different cards using the same layout. Okie dokie. And I'll put those there. So they're our cards for today. And thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And enjoy your day. See ya. Hooray.